Hey team, I got it delivered. This is my 9-inch caulking gun. I have a tube of liquid nails, right? They go hand in hand, right? But say you don't have your blade with you. Little do a lot of people know, I'll put the light on so you can see there's a hole right here. You see that hole right dead in the center of the camera. So what you want to do is you want to stab that in there and then push play. Doesn't always work, as you can see, but you just twist it a little bit and make do with what you got, right? Okay. That is the initial purpose of why that hole is there to begin with. Drop it down, debris falls to the floor. All right. This little trigger point right here takes the pressure off the rod that presses the buffer plate against your tube, okay, from the back. Now you can pull it back, slide your tube in. Now the tube is not ready yet because there is a needle at the end. If you're not familiar, you take your needle and you jam it in here, right? All of these aren't as hard as, oh, woo, that was nice. Look at that. Okay, there it is. He might start bleeding here in a second. Yeah, there you go. I don't know why that one has so much resistance. I need to let liquid nails know that they need to get right. Now, in general, it's not this hard. You could stab it through like easily, but let me make sure that this one, okay, let's look. Okay, so that one doesn't need to be stabbed through that tip because it's a pointed one. You still have to get in there and do it, which makes it kind of dangerous, as you can see. Liquid nails, y'all need to get it right. Ay, ay, ay. I don't know what this is for, why it's so tight, but if we were doing a product review, this would be a real challenge for them to get their marketing back together because this guy here is not playing. There we go. Now, this is not for old ladies, as you can see, and older men. It's not for people that don't know what they're doing because you can get hurt, right? And they will hear about this. Of course, if they watch the video, they will know. Now, I got it open. We technically did everything according to spec. Put my needle back in, retractable. I got my rod, buffer rod or pusher rod, retracted. That hurts. And then put some pressure on it. Just enough to get it right. Okay, you see that? Okay, and then bam. No. Let's get this guy back on. Bam. All right, put some pressure, turn and twist. Got your liquid nails. Now this particular bottle, which I don't like, is Fuse It for all surfaces, bonds almost anything. This one bonds in extreme weather from 0 to 140 degrees Fahrenheit. It's 2 times stronger than fasteners alone and provides instant grab. That's exactly what we need, okay? So I'm gonna put this on the bottom of that trim down there, okay? Now that trim is right here. It's still coming out from the wall. There are brad nails that I'm fixing to hammer down, but I'm going to put this down just to give it an extra little oomph. Let me adjust the camera so you can see what I'm doing. And then I will switch gears and start my phase of the project. Okay, guys? Now this stuff is hardly coming out. I may have to drill into it because let me show you how hard it is. Let's get this bottle right, man. It shouldn't be this hard to get some sealant out. And I'm strong. I mean, I'm very, very capable. And look, just barely that much came out. So here's what I'm gonna do. Look, here, matter of fact, you see that? See how it's still pushing out? Yeah, so how to prevent that? You go to the back and then bam, now look. All done. And I know a lot of people have this problem. You get your caulking, you got it caulked, and you're pulling up off of your job because you used enough. But guess what? It's still coming out. How do you stop it from coming out? You go to the back, hit that trigger, release that tension off the back with that pusher rod, and then it'll kick back now to neutral, right? And then there's no more leakage. You wipe it off with whatever you got. I recommend not doing it with your bare hands like I'm doing, but I'm already dirty, as you can see. So there you have it, folks. Your crash course in how to use this guy with this guy. So I am going to make an attempt to drill a hole into this with that guy right there. And hopefully it works. I have my drill bit and I am going to give it some pressure. All right, I got my nail. I'm just gonna get my screw. Hopefully I got the right tip. This one will do. To be honest, I don't like drilling with or screwing in Phillips head screws because they don't catch under a lot of tension. Maybe with a deep one, but okay. Now, as you can see, I got it stiffed in here pretty good. Now, with this technique, you can possibly do better at preserving your tube of sealant or adhesive, whatever you're using at the time. You can do it like this with a piece of plastic around it as you screw through the plastic, but you got to make sure that the shank of your screw runs all the way up, or else you're going to have issues trying to get it out. Or you could do it like this, right? But the fact that you can pull it out so easily means that there's air penetrating, so it will still not work optimally. But purpose of this video is to show you how I opened it up without a whole bunch of to-do. Now, as I come back, I will screw this guy back on. And I know it's ugly looking at other people's blood, man. I should have got that off the camera. Some people can't even stand to look at it. So let's see if we got better action. There we go. Not exactly what we want, but it's definitely what we need. So let's get in there and get to it.